Hey guys, if you want stunning makeup results, you have to watch this video. I've been accumulating a ton of really cool makeup hacks, and these tips help me get that perfect result every time. Before we get into it though, I'm going to be giving away 2 packs of face halos to one lucky winner, the Pro Black face halo and the original white face halos. So you get 6 face halos all together. Face halo is definitely one of my biggest hacks. I'm going to show you my favorite makeup related ways to use it in this video, and there are other really cool beauty related ways to use it as well. So if you want to win those 2 face halo packs, all you've got to do is comment below and let me know what your favorite hack is. It could be one that I've used in this video or another hack that you've got yourself, and then I'll pick a winner, but you have to write a comment within the first 12 hours. Motorcyclists. Okay, without me yabbering on, let's go into the tips and tricks. I hope you guys enjoy. So hack number 1 to ensure that your makeup always looks beautiful and that you're not damaging your skin while your makeup is on is to make sure your face is clean before you put makeup on. It can be quite a few hours between when I've cleansed and had a shower from the time I go and do my makeup. So cleansing your face when you sit down to do your makeup is such an important tip. The thought of putting makeup on top of my dirty face where there's sweat, oils, dirt, debris, whatever it is on there, like that sickens me. So that's when my face halo comes in handy. As you guys know, I'm a part owner in this company, and this just makes it so much better if you're not able to have a shower. Like, it's just so handy to have a damp face halo. You just put the face halo in warm water or cold. You know, it's a hot day and you want to refresh yourself, or maybe you want to depuff your skin. You can use cool water too. Gently swipe it over your face, and the Halo Tech fibers, which are 100 times finer than a human hair, are able to scoop into the pores and lift and hold onto that dirt and keep it in the pad until you wash it. A good thing to do is definitely do that before you do your makeup. Every professional makeup artist masterclass I've ever been to started with them putting moisturiser on the client. As someone with oily skin, I do put moisturiser on every morning and night, and often I put it on before my makeup, but I don't mind having a shiny face. I quite like that look. But if you have really oily skin and you're afraid of putting moisturiser on before your makeup, you don't have to. If you have a spare 10 minutes, put a mask on, which you can wipe off afterwards. This is the Summer Fridays mask, the jet lag one. So you only need a little bit. This is amazing how much your skin just drinks this stuff up. If you have the time, putting a mask on before you put your makeup on will give you the best result. And for red carpet events and things like that, they often do a full facial before they put their makeup on. So I'll take this moment now while it soaks in to listen to some music, listen to a podcast, do whatever it is that relaxes me and gets me in the mood to do my makeup. Because for me, makeup is like a fun ritual and like time I spend with myself in my room with all the goodies that I've acquired over the years, and it's like me time. So I try to enjoy it. When it's time to remove your mask, another hack is to use face halo to remove your masks. Face halo is incredible for wiping away any kind of mask, even really hardened mud masks. So even though the mask is removed, my skin is now supple and plump, and it's going to look amazing. Like, the texture of my skin will look amazing underneath my makeup. So I'm going to apply this product where I would normally apply contour or bronzer for a really beautiful semi-permanent makeup that will last me a few days. It's going to develop while I have my makeup on. You just need a black sponge for this and a clean face. So I'm going to take a little bit there on my fingers, swipe it up the top. I like to do it with my fingers first so I can feel that it's even. And then with a black sponge, blend it in. Once you've got most of it on, take the sponge and blend it out even further so you've got a really nice natural result. Also, dabbing it over your nose makes it look more real, because the nose is obviously the first place that the sun would hit, and the residual on the chin. So you can't see it now, but it will develop over the time that I've got my makeup on. Now, even though you only have to leave this on for 30 to 60 minutes normally, I often wear this for the whole day and it looks great. It's a very natural light fake tanner. So this is a facial tanner. Putting a body tanner on I think would be way too much, because Your face is obviously much more delicate. You don't want to be putting really heavy dark tanners on your face. So just let that set. Another really good tip for pore filling and for mattifying is to layer your primer with powder. Apply a pore filling primer to the T-zone. This is great for oily skins, and I'm that person, so use your finger to press that in. So I've got that in the troublesome areas. Over the top of your primer, to make sure that you're really getting the most matte effect, you can take a pore filling smoothing powder. So you can take that into just the T-zone and swirl it into the pores, making sure to go clockwise and anti-clockwise. It's crazy how smooth your skin feels after that. So try layering your primer with a powder. If you don't like a really full-on highlighter, try applying it underneath your foundation. Then take your favorite foundation and bounce it over your face, starting in the T-zone and the center of the face and working out. But for the moment, I'm going to try not to go over the highlighter because that area is not going to need as much coverage, and we also want the highlighter to show through, right? Once you've got most of the product dispersed onto your face and off the applicator, then I can go over the highlighter. That way we'll still see through it and see that beautiful glow. If you want to layer your foundation, between layers, try spritzing your face with setting spray or dewy spray so that the foundations will melt in together again and you won't get patchiness. You just have to dampen the foundation again to get it back to that more emollient kind of texture so you can build and build. When you're ready to move on, I like to do a lip mask. With whatever's left, rub it on your fingers and put it in your cuticles, guys. Don't forget those bad boys. Moist. As you can see here, my foundation is a little bit too light for my body, so I want to match it up slightly. Fortunately, my hands are very green toned, as you can see, but then my chest looks a little bit darker because of the flushing that I get. If you can see, when I press it, you can see that it's some redness there. So I'm gonna try and deepen up my skin tone just by contouring. This is gonna even everything out. So if you feel like your foundation is too light, you can do this, and it should, when looking at the face as a whole, bring it all together and make you look a little bit more deeper in skin tone. And in the other way around, if you think you put your foundation on too dark, you can highlight. So you can put concealer in this area, nose, under the eyes and chin. And then when you look at yourself as a whole, it should look more matching. So looking at myself, do you think I put enough on? I don't think I did, so I'm gonna put some more on. Be a little bit more liberal. That should help to match your face to your body a little bit better. When it comes to concealer, I recommend waiting until you've done all your contouring and highlighting and finished applying all your cream products before you go ahead and do this. Keep in mind that you might need multiple colors of concealer because on different parts of your face, you have different tones. So I've got my light concealer for the areas of my face that are the lightest. Make sure that it matches really, really well and just apply it roughly at first. Then I've got a deeper shade and I'll put that over the top here where I had the contouring. Now if you need to, you can even take some of the contour and pat it on over the top just so that you get a really good mix. Now I'm gonna wait for those to settle. While it's drying, I'm going to clean off my brush because I want my brush to be clean. I'm also going to clean off the back of my hand. Face Halo is an amazing tool aside from removing your makeup and cleansing. It's really good at just making sure things at the makeup station are tidy. It's a really good makeup brush switcher, so it can completely clean off your brush This one's damp, so I wouldn't use it with powder brushes, but at the moment I'm working with concealer, so I'm just cleaning off my brush so that when I go back in with this brush, I'm not going to be depositing more concealer and muddling things around. So I still have a heavy concentration of concealer on the actual blemish or the thing I want to conceal, and then I'm just blending around the edges. Clean off the brush again before I put it back in with my other brushes. That way I won't get any rude surprises when I go to grab this brush later for something else. If you have under eye circles or discoloration that you want to hide, just take a color correcting fluid and exactly where you see it, put it in there. So you don't have to draw it in like a big thick chunk. Build it little by little. And then I can dot a little bit of concealer over the top, but life hack, you don't need that much. And especially if you have dry under eyes or if you have really dark under eye circles, it can just end up making the situation look worse if the texture under your eyes looks bad, and then it might just draw more attention to it, you know what I mean? And I'm just gonna use my fingers to dab that out again. People put so much concealer on when they often do not need it. And then you just blend it up into the under eye area, like the part that's right underneath. Try not to put too much product there because that's where all your little creases are and your concealer will go in them. Like even me with putting minimal product on, I will still probably get a little bit of concealer creasing. Can you see nice and close how nice my skin looks though? Now, I often don't even like to powder my makeup, but if you're the kind of person that loves to powder your makeup, just wait maybe 10 minutes if possible, because your makeup may not actually be all set yet. And if you're going in and applying powder over the top of wet or unset makeup, you could move it around inadvertently with your brush, and the powder could mix with the wetness of the makeup and look darker than it should. So it's best to wait and then do a light dusting later, or even blot with a blotting paper before you powder. But personally, good tip, just you don't have to, especially if you have a good foundation. And look at the way the light is shining through my foundation thanks to applying the glow underneath. If that glow is not enough for you and you still want to apply a powder highlight, you can, of course. It's beautiful, but I do find that sometimes powders can sit on top of the skin rather than looking like they're part of the skin like a liquid would. But there is a way to make your powder highlight look like liquid highlight and part of your skin, lit from within, all that good stuff, with just one simple step. Take your setting spray, spritz it on a brush, and then pat over the top to work that product into the skin. And because I used setting spray, it's also going to help with the longevity of that highlighter because you're working the setting qualities in with the highlighter. Make sure you're using patting motions though, because you don't want to swipe anything off. Dang, that's beautiful. I'm a huge fan of blush, but sometimes it can make you look a little bit like a clown. Like here, I feel like I really still need a little bit more color to my face. Well, you can just take some of your blush and go ahead and dust it right over wherever you want. Various makeup artists have taught me that applying a little bit of blush to the forehead is a really nice way to tie in all of those colors together. That will just make it look more like a color you're naturally emitting from your skin and not just blush that you've just swiped on your face. I also like to do a little bit here on the nose and chin. When your skin is ready to go, take your setting spray again. That's even after you've done powder and everything. Now the thing is, immediately take your mascara, and then because the lashes are damp, it makes it really easy to manipulate and maneuver the mascara without it clumping. When it's time to do lips, I'll remove the lip mask and my lips are super soft and ready to go with the lipstick. If you want to find your perfect natural lip color, a really good tip is to match it to your blush. So I used this blush from Tilbury. It's a really pretty shade. and it goes really well with this lip color from Too Faced called Stripsearch. Another good way to find your perfect lip color is to either match it to your actual lip color, or you can pinch your cheeks and find what color your body naturally flushes. But because I've got so much makeup on and I've put a different color of blush on, this one's gonna work well for me. It's often very difficult to get a really nice crisp line at the edges of your lips from a lipstick bullet, especially after you've used it more than a couple times. So apply it as well as you can and then go around the edges with that. Throughout the time that you wear lipstick, you generally rub your lips together and stuff like that. So the product kind of ends up moving towards the outer part of the lips, and it mostly rubs off on the inner part anyway. So when you need to reapply, just pop it in the center part of the lip and rub. The outer part of your lipstick will probably stay fresh and crisp just as you put it and fixed it with the concealer. So when you're touching up, make sure you do that and you'll be all good. Okay guys, this is the end skin result. I really love the result, so I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Let me know if you know any more tips to help me get the most beautiful natural radiant look possible. Let me know in the comments and you might win one of the Face Halo packs. Good luck, and thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to follow Face Halo on Instagram, by the way. It's just @FaceHalo. I'll see you guys there. Bye.